Hey, yeah, I know this video probably should be something about the state of play, and maybe I don't know if I see anything interesting, maybe we will do something about it. But I feel like this needs to be said first because this is just I can't do it. So obviously, if you've seen the community post or the comment I left in the last video, you would know that some nonsense has happened where obviously I have to start working again with my father, and that's just how it is. I'm gonna just straight up be cutting to the chase and get real for a second. I almost mentally broke. I'm not even joking. I'm not even being like fake about it or anything like that. I literally was right there. I almost wanted to just go there. I almost wanted to just start just going crazy because that's pretty much the basics of how I feel right now. You know, I just hate being forced into situations where I can't do anything but accept it like a slave at this point. That's what it feels like. And I have to just be real with everything I have to say about this because this has been something that has been going on for oh so long, for literally so many years, and I can't even find a way of a stoppage really at all. The moment I think, oh yeah, things can start changing from here, ultimately it just goes back to being the same thing. This ain't the first time you heard me say, oh, I gotta go work with my dad again, on this channel because it's happened like 3 to 4 different times. And this one is the one that broke me. And I'll be completely real. It's not due to the work at all. It's not even due to him at all when it comes down to it. But it's just the fact of just being locked in a position where you have no choice but to do really anything but take what is there, right? That's what that is. And ultimately, I can't do it. I can't do it. I really can't. Not only with, a mental breakdown, almost what I felt like I was about to have, much less just the thought of like doing this again literally stressed out my whole like being, my whole body. And I'm not even kidding when I say I literally was so stressed I felt like my tooth starts to ache on the left side of my face to my fang. So like at least my fang tooth or whatever it's called. I just couldn't do it. I just can't do it, right? They expect me to go back to work tomorrow again to do more stuff, but I just can't. Mentally, I'm not there. Mentally, I'm just not okay right now. I'm being super real when I say that. So I don't know. And really, all I've ever really wanted was to do this as as I should. This is what I feel like. What we have here is what I feel like what I should be doing, right? And I understand the whole trial of you're a small creator, obviously doing other things is going to be just the thing that people do, but maybe for other people mentally they can handle that and mentally they're fine in that regard, but that's just not. I can't just do it. It's not for me. I mean, or at least it's not clicking in my brain to the point where it's like, oh, I can just do it. And I was doing it back in the past before, time and time again, perfectly fine doing it. But at the very same time, this time, for whatever reason, I don't know. I felt actually when it was, and I'll tell you what it was too. We was working at some rundown house, essentially trying to do yard work and whatever, which that sucks. But it was what it was, and I did all that stuff too. But when it comes down to like going into the house and all that sort of stuff, there was a moment where I looked at this in the environment I was in, and looked at how everything was so run down, and how like insects was everywhere, and just how things was. I felt like physically disgusted. Like I actually shook physically at the situation. I have never felt that way. I have never felt that way. You know why? Because I have been working with my dad for literal years, ever since I was a kid, right? Was it ever something I wanted to do? No, but at the very same time, I knew how to do it. I still know how to do it, right? And again, it's not the fact that, oh, I can't do the work at all. The work is there, right? The work is something that is something I can do when it comes down to it, it's not about me not wanting, it's not about me not really like doing the work, because I can. I just don't want that to be the whole thing. Because what you might not know is that his dad, my grandfather on his side, he basically passed away from working nonstop, doing like, odd jobs, handyman jobs, or whatever like that too, and end up in the hospital having a weak heart, and essentially died from that. And then my father, same sort of way outside the hospital part. He's still moving around, thank God, right? But his heart is at 40%, right? It's not in a strong place as it should be. And when it comes down to it, it's like he's not really. It's I can tell the difference of how he used to be and how he is now. Where he used to do like everything, like this, that, and the third, only for him now to kind of be, after a hard day, just kind of be limping around and not doing as much, right? Not doing nearly as much, and I hate that, right? And that's all he has been doing for like the past 62 years. 62 or 61 years. I can't remember how old he is. But that's what he's been doing for so long. And now you mean to tell me I'm going to follow very much in that same footstep as a whole just because, that's just how things is? That's how his dad did it and now my dad did it and that's what I'm going to do? I can't do that. I can't do this. I'm expected to go back with him tomorrow, but I just can't do this. I really physically I can obviously, but mentally I'm not there. I'm not there anymore. I can't be there anymore, right? And it's just a shitty situation because my brother obviously can't do anything because of the whole heart situation for him that happened recently that we talked about before. And then my mom is exactly, just as old as my dad is, and she really can't be working out there like that. And once again, as I said before, it feels just like everything has fallen into my lap because it just can, right? There is multiple times where situations should have been different, where things actually should be able to be taken care of on everybody's side if they just did the right thing, or did kind of, I guess, like planned out stuff better, only for that to not happen. And then now I'm kind of sitting here with all this stuff that I have to juggle myself, let alone also try to, do this channel and, try to work on the stuff that I can here and all that stuff. I can't do all of this. I very much can't. But I'm sure as hell is not about to give this channel up though. Like, that's just how it is. I've been new for a long ass time that, working like that or just doing things the normal way that a normal person would, I already know between this of my mental health, the mortgage, and just everything in between that randomly decides to happen, I already knew this is not going to work out. It's going to take something big, like something really substantial, to come through and make a change for our lives, in my life in particular. Because if I don't, I'm just going to be a slave to everyone. And that's what it feels like. Mentally, that's where everything feels like I am. I don't want to necessarily be, doing something I don't want to like this. And I sure as hell don't want to be anybody's slave in terms of what is happening now, right? I do believe for sure we can absolutely make it. And this is the thing. But where is that? I don't know. And it's kind of crazy when it comes down to it. It's like we have accumulated over 4,000 people here. Surely there is somebody or something in all of this that should be able to give me an answer to make something out of this whole situation, so I don't have to go back to feeling like I'm about to mentally snap on somebody in the worst possible way, right? I shouldn't have to feel like this just to get somewhere when it comes down to, paying off some bills or whatever the hell, or trying to keep food in the house or whatever. There is no reason for anybody to feel this sort of way, because that's exactly what I'm feeling like. And even when the payment comes from when I do, work with my father and whatever, it's not enough. It's never going to be enough. There is no way I can sit here and pay off my family's mortgage with this house that I'm currently in. There is no damn way. There's no way to take care of every other thing and then expect, oh yes, working a regular job, much less working with my father is the ultimate way. Because that's just not it. That's impossible. That is literally impossible. So what I'm really trying to get at with this one is literally I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I can find something. Because there has to be something or some way. I don't care what it is, right? Even when it comes down to, going back to doing art commissions as well, which I never stopped doing. No one just ever asked me. But even when it comes down to something like drawing, art commissions for you guys or whoever, it doesn't matter. I'll be more than happy to pick up a pencil and start drawing again and do it for that because that's something fine, right? Whether it's also creating some type of different merch for the merchandise store, whatever, or however. My whole point is I just can't do this anymore. Me personally, I am so mentally checked out, like to the point it's not even funny. So I don't know. I just I really don't know. I all I know is that I just can't do it. I am mentally not okay right now. That is for sure how it is. And I'm not gonna take a break on this channel. And the reason for that is because this is literally the only answer that I have seen so far to do something different, to do something that doesn't make me feel like complete shit mentally, much less make me feel like there is some way that is possible out of the current circumstance of what we at. That's just ultimately how it is for me. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell to actually do. I'm uncertain as to what the future is supposed to be, where I'm supposed to actually go. But I feel like this is no, not even a feeling. I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and yet it's always the same excuse that leads me back into working with my father again. Oh, your YouTube is not making enough money yet. It's too slow. You gotta do something else or something of the sort like that. When this has been the grind for me. This has been something I've been doing for almost 6 years at this point, right? And if anything, when it comes down to this, you may not know me personally, but I am extremely hardworking when it comes down to something that, that's put in front of me. I am very much determined, you know? Let alone if you paid attention to the whole, upload streak of everyday uploads since February 28th, much less working on this channel for almost, again, 6 years. If that doesn't show you dedication to anything, or I can't work anything, or, there's no hard work at play here, I don't know what is, right? So, all I can really ask for, and what this, I guess, is all just going to really come up to and determine if anything is going to save me right now, because I don't know what else to do, or who to turn to, or where to turn to. Really, the only thing I can ask for is help through the Kofi, right? I hate doing this. I really don't like doing this, but I don't want to go through a mental breakdown again. I've been through it once. I don't want to do it again. And this is very much on that feeling of going to that point. So, if you can help with any financial things of the sort, the link will be in the comments and it's already in the description as of every video. But the link will be in the comment. And genuinely, if you can help in any shape and form to save me, much less, save me from this situation, like again, I'm not even trying to be on any type of nonsense or try to make like a whole bunch of excuses, but genuinely, if you can sit here and help me in some shape and form, please do, because I don't know what to do now. I am possibly the most annoyed, the most frustrated, and the most, like, I don't know, irritated, much less close to breaking that I have ever felt in a very long time. And I just don't want this to be the feeling of what I need to be, or have to have this feeling just to only get by and not make a difference into anything that is happening. So that is what I essentially will just leave you with. I know videos like this is something that I don't want to try to do too much. But when you're at a point where you're about to break, that you feel like you want to snap on somebody and it leads you to having horrible thoughts, I feel like it's a time to speak out. I feel like there's a time to say what you need to say and just speak out and hope and pray that something happens to change it, because this is not it. This is not it. I hate sounding desperate as hell, but what other choice do I actually have than just anything else? And ultimately, even if I were to tell anybody about this, of how I feel, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to matter. As long as I am in the four walls of this house, my opinion on anything does not matter, right? Everybody else wants to tell me what the answer is instead of helping me get to that answer. That is literally always what been the case, and it's always been the worst thing ever. But I ain't gonna try to rag on too much. I just really want to get this off my chest and really ask for basically I don't know, a miracle, I guess. I don't know who. I know we all struggling because, you know, the bitch ass, I guess way of living, like the cost of living is shit right now. But like, if anybody can help out in any way, please do. If you have a friend or whatever, please do. For my mental sanity, right? For my mental okayness, because this is not it. I can't keep doing this. I really can't. I very much need an answer before tomorrow, because I'm just too mentally checked out. I can't do it. I really can't. But yeah, I guess that's really about it. I guess I'll watch the state of play, maybe tweet out some things, I suppose. But that's really about it. I just mentally I'm gone. That's really all I can say. So again, if you got anything of any way of a miracle that you can help out with, or anybody is listening in some shape and form, please do help me, because I don't know what else to do or who else to turn, right? Because at this point, even prayer feels like a challenge at this point. Because no matter how many times I'm asking, literally there is nothing else that is out there to in the universe to hear me when it comes to any of this. Thinking that, oh, it's just fine, this will be okay, when it's not. Mentally, it's just not. But hopefully, you guys, will enjoy the state of play, I guess, when that happens. But yeah, I don't know what else to do. Like I said, the donation link is in the comments, and if you'd like to help out with that, if you'd like to save me, honestly, rescue me, that's the way. So that's really all I got to say for this one, I guess. So until next time, Blowjay, sign off. Have a blessed day.